Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Our Lives Across the Border. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Please give this video a like, and it's Monday, so if you give a hype, that would be great. Thank you to all the subscribers that have been following us on our journey here in Mexico as we closed down our donut shop that we had and decided to bring it home and remodel a spare room that we had in the back. And everything came together very quickly, and I have to say it came together very well. Very, very happy with the way everything went down. For those of you that have watched any of the previous videos, you know that I felt all sorts of emotions, a little bit of stress, a little bit of sadness, and I'm happy to say that everything went smooth. We were able to get everything out of the building. Nothing broke. The heavier things hubby was able to find help with moving, because there was some things that I'm short and I'm not that strong, so some of the heavier, taller things were hard to move, so hubby was able to find someone to help with that stuff. So we got everything home safe. We got everything cleaned out. The keys were turned in yesterday. Plus thing, we did not have to paint, which we were kind of not sure if we were going to have to paint, because when we moved into that building, we had to paint it. So, you know, we had already painted it, and we did ask the landlord before we put like the donut and all the stuff that we painted on the wall. We did ask him if it was okay if we painted. He said absolutely, as long as we didn't paint on the outside of the building. So when we did that, it was kind of after the fact of, oh, I wonder if we're going to have to paint over it or not. But when hubby went to turn the keys in, he said nope. You know, we had already basically painted it when we moved in, so we weren't responsible. So the keys are turned in and everything is done there, and it went well, and one less stressful thing to worry about. So this morning went great. We did sleep in, honestly, probably a little later than we want to. The kids, we have changed the kids' schedule. So those that have been following us know the kids used to go to bed really, really early, because we would get up super early to go to the shop to have it open by 8:30 in the morning. Well, now that we don't have the shop, obviously, we don't have customers that could possibly come in. And so we're kind of working on our own time. So we did get a little bit of a late start, but it only took us 3 hours to do what we needed to do. So, and the kids were playing outside right where we could see them in the back area. So it just was all in all a win. And I'm so happy to say that. So everything, we didn't forget anything. You know, like everything was out here, everything was accessible. So I'm just really excited for that, because I was really worried about it. So let me kind of show you where we place stuff in the room. I know the room is a lot smaller than our other room, so it might seem a little bit like on top of each other, but it's actually plenty of room. We actually had another cart in here, and hubby and I were able to move around freely. So let me show you where we placed everything. Okay, so I'm standing in the doorway. So for those of you that remember, it's kind of like the back of the building back there. So we have coming in strong. This is hubby's table. He preps the dough on here, and then when he helps decorate, he'll decorate on that table. That is my table. That's where we do most of the decorating, because most of the things are down there. Yes, I need to clean that up. So, and then on the table, actually, I'm just going to show you guys, I was going to put a few leftover decorations that we have up on the walls. It's just kind of figuring out where I'm going to place it. You guys probably remember the flags. I had extra ones. I thought those would be fun. Of course, we need the clock. Otherwise, hubby's going to ask me every 5 minutes what time it is. So that was initially why I actually bought that clock. And then I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, this is actually just a plastic tablecloth that I was able to get off of Amazon. And we had it around our freezer at the shop. And I was actually thinking about maybe just placing a little bit of it on the wall. Just as a little fun thing to kind of look at, because, you know, I'm kind of staring at a wall. So there's the mixer. That thing is on wheels, so it's able to move around, which is great. And then I'm so close to it, it looks so big. The proofing machine, also on wheels, so that's great. We can move stuff around. Of course, you guys know where the fryer went because of the ventilation. Of course, hubby behind there drilled a hole out the wall for the gas tank to be outside. And this table doesn't look like this normally. I took the donuts inside and wrapped them up in plastic, so they're gonna be ready to go when hubby loads them into the car. So that cart that all these sit on is in there. I'm gonna bring it back out. But this table actually goes to our ice cream machine, and we are we're fortunate that the guy that wanted to buy it is still interested in the table and the ice cream machine. When we were cleaning up, he came through. He just stopped. The ice cream machine, it's quite expensive, and we bought it brand new. So we're pretty much selling it for full price because we only used it for a few months. So he said he wants it. He's just trying to save up the money, and he wants that table. So I'm actually going to switch that table out with another table that we had. But it was just getting everything kind of moved in here and kind of figuring out like what was going to work. So everything worked this way. We just have one shelving unit that used to have like all of our extra stuff on it. And the thing about it is it's nice and it's sturdy. But it's kind of big, so I'm not sure if we're gonna fit it in here. We are gonna try. We don't have as many extra things like we used to that we would need that shelf in here for, but what was nice about it was like some of the shelves were like level with you, so you could put something there instead of constantly bending down and grabbing everything. But you know, some of the extra things that we don't need anymore that we had at the shop would be like the paper bags and the little papers for the tissue for the donuts. A lot of that stuff was stored on that extra shelving unit. So we're gonna move it in here, but we're not exactly sure. We are gonna have to kind of move the tables around, but we're gonna try to figure out how to get that in here. So like I said, so far, today was super successful. I don't see why from this point on it would not be successful. Everything worked. Like I said, maybe move some things around. But right now, really the only thing that we need to get in here is that shelf that we want in here. Everything else is good to go. Everything else is probably gonna stay. I am gonna switch out that table, of course, you know, for the stand. So, and then we did end up, if you remember a while ago, I was so excited because I hung up this like mesh screen thing on the door. So I did have to move it here. So I did have to move it out here. And so hubby just ordered 2 more. He ordered, we're gonna put a brand new one on here because I took it off so quick. I kind of messed it up a little bit. And we're gonna get another one for the house. So this is the shelving unit that we're gonna be putting in there. So it is still a little large, but I think if we move the tables a little bit, the shelves are nice, and then everything won't be sitting so low. So that, of course, is the next thing we are going to try to fit in there. And then, like I said, I brought these inside. They were covered in plastic. There's those beauties. Now we kind of get to mix them all on the pan, so when they're in the back of the car, the customer can see a little bit of everything. So there's those clams that everybody likes, a couple extra sugar, the pan that the kids like. So there you have it. We got 122 donuts. That's about 5 pans to take to the streets. All right, guys. So back here with the hubby, we're gonna ask him how he thinks our first day went.
It was a disaster. It was the worst day of my life. Now, actually, we did woke up. What time did we wake up?
A little late.
A little late to go to start and making the donuts, and we're still thinking about when is gonna be our best day or our best time to get up. Is it early in the morning, or I had a schedule before where we used to do it at night, like around midnight, so the babies could be asleep, could be everything can go more smooth, and we can just put cameras because we got extra cameras from the shop. We can put extra cameras on the rooms to make sure that everything runs smooth, right? But I think what happened is that, man, we couldn't believe it that we were working at home. You know what I mean? Waking up, drinking a cup of coffee without being rushed, honestly, right? Can you agree with that? No, not being rushed. And once we were done, like, man, that's it, man. Let's clean up, let's do what we have to do. And we just put the donuts inside the house to the day or to the time that it is for me to take them out there on the streets and sell them. So I think it went good. Yes, the room gets a little bit hot, but
which it did at the shop too. It's the fryer.
Yeah,
it's the fryer. As soon as the fryer like went off, like it started.
It cooled down.
It cools down quick.
I think it cooled out pretty
super
fast.
Quick, yeah, because it's cool.
Pretty fast, yeah.
So and like I said, like he said, and I had said too, we did start a little bit later. So if we're starting earlier, it's going to be even a little bit more cool. Or if we do them in the evening, it'll obviously be cool too. So, but it wasn't that bad.
No, but I was excited working from home. Like, but honestly, if I want to come real quick to the house and grab a snack, I can do that. Which I did. I got some tamales, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we got some tamales. So it was new journey. This is the first page of this chapter. Hopefully, we're gonna get it dialed in for sure. You know, but that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the wifey. What do you think about that? You like it?
Well, like I had already told them in the beginning, it was wonderful. Everything went perfect. I don't think we even forgot anything out there. Like everything was accessible. It went good.
Yeah.
So I hope that it does nothing bad happens. Like, I don't know.
Nah, I think
everything turned out good. So,
anyways, thank you very much, right?
Say
Thank you very
hello.
much. Like the little ones always wants to come on camera.
Yeah, she always wants to say hello.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the support. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to the channel, right?
Yes, and it's Monday, so a hype.
Ooh, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.